This is an anime that goes against God, religion, and the overall truths of the world. Or does it? You potentially might miss one of the most existentially mind-boggling anime that came out this year, and understandably so, because we got...
Nice.
Wait, so he has no balls? Yo, this is genius. Who made this? Ooh, that one gotta hurt. Oh my god. Hey, Ichigo. I pray that one day I experience a romance that measures up to a fraction of this. Oh, my eyes. Oh, they masking my baby. Oh no. Today we're going to be looking at not only the black horse of this season, but potentially the black horse of this entire year. Join me as we talk about Orb on the movements of the earth. But if you're like me and you saw the title of the show, you saw the cover art of the show, then you look back at the title, and then you kind of were like, I have no idea what this is about. It's 15th century Europe, and Rome had just fallen in the last century, and this part of Europe was in shambles. With no one to unify the people, there was one faction that brought everybody together, and that was the Roman Catholic Church. Thus bringing us to the setting of the story where the church is quite literally the big dogs. Hey, I heard old lady Claudia coughing in the holy sanctuary the other day. Okay, yeah, what about it? You know, little Tommy? He was sitting right across her that day. You remember that? Little Tommy that just got sick? Little Tommy that just got sick. You know what I'm thinking? Say it with me. Witch. Christianity was the law and power at this time, and anyone that would go against it would risk seeing fire, more fire than that Kendrick Lamar album GNX was crazy. Nah, but jokes aside, you would actually be toasted. You look like a corn dog. So in come heliocentrism, and if you're anything like me, you were like, oh yeah, heliocentrism. Heliocentric theory. I learned this before, like 6th grade. I don't know what it means. Heliocentrism is the astronomical model in which the Earth and planets revolve around the sun at the center of the universe. Yeah, I know we haven't heard this topic since the 7th grade, but basically it's how we view the universe as of today. But at this time, it was geocentrism. This was the God-ordained belief at the time and the absolute law. You could not go against it. Geocentrism was the concept of the Earth was at the center of everything, and everything else kind of just orbited around it. Even though it sounds like a scientific theory, the church kind of ran with it and said this is the reason why Earth and humans are special, because in the center of the universe, and God had made it that way on purpose. Overall, this show kind of reminds me when the teacher got something wrong in class and the student tries to call it out. Excuse me, Mrs. Johnson, I don't think that answer on the board is correct. Wait, what do you mean? Which one is not the right answer? I'm pretty sure 2 + 2 = 4? Do you want to come up here and run the class for me? Do you want to do my job? No, I just thought you wrote it wrong, or something happened, or how would you do this math at detention? Detention. But instead of detention, you'd literally just be burned alive.
Please, no.
It's kind of, you know, there's levels to this. So coming from someone who can't even spot the Little Dipper, I can say confidently that you do not need to care whatsoever about astronomy when going into the series. If anything, I hate astronomy. Why would you ruin my enjoyment of looking at the stars with a pop quiz, Mrs. Garcia? I don't want it. Stars should be for camping, going on romantic dates, contemplating life decisions and regrets of why didn't I ask out this person in junior high? Not math equations. What are we doing here? The actual true value of the show comes from each character's journey with this concept. You have the MC, for example, who is quite literally set up for life. Definition of started from the bottom, now we're here. This dude got the clout, the grades, and despite him being like 12 years old, he got into the medieval equivalent of UCLA. So the question is, why would someone risk the most ideal life for something that would literally get them burned alive? No. Not only sacrificing everything they built in their life so far, but their lives as well. All for what? Ooh, pretty stars. Ooh. I held myself back enough to not spoil. At this point, if you don't want to get spoiled, just go watch the show. This is the sign. This is the stopping point. Hey, you watch here, you're screwed. Oh, are you sure? You're not just gonna like pause the video and just come back after you watch the series? No? You're just gonna get... Oh my gosh, the MC's dead? Bro, he died at the stake? Oh, the whore! Oh man, I hope I didn't spoil you. Yo, I hope I didn't spoil you. Yo, I hope I didn't. Though his time in the series was short, Raffle did a great job in setting the tone of what this show has to offer. A boy driven by an ambitious passion for what he felt was true, throwing away his relationships, his status, and eventually his own life. When confronted with the opportunity to abandon his dream and just go back to the old life that he once had, he said, "Tuah."
I don't care! I don't care! You're done!
Living to chase a dream, even if he prevails or not, doesn't really matter, but the act of chasing it keeps him more alive than living a life that completely abandoned that same dream. And with that dream being inherited to him by this edgy, most ominous jailer of all time, don't go to jail, kids. All right, it's not gonna do good for you. But with that same will that was passed down to him, he was able to pass it down to the new MC. As of episode 11, as I'm writing the script, I am still unsure if this main character can even write or read heliocentrism. I can barely say it, I'm gonna be honest. But it's completely fine because he has these two, Bedeni and Yolenta. Oh no, you guys hear that? It's the pronunciation parlors. They coming for my neck. Oh no. Each character goes through their own journey and develop in their own way while trying to discover the real truth of the universe. On the one hand, we have Oxy, who is this mercenary that completely gave up on the world. He's on some straight doomer energy right now. He kills for a living, and despite everyone he slays having the strong attachment to faith, all he sees is fear in their eyes as they start to pass into the afterlife. Literally, his only hope is that the afterlife is 10 times better than the world that he currently lives in today. But Denny is a douchebag. But he's a douchebag with a 4.0. High ego, self-esteem the size of an elephant, and the skills to actually back up all this cockiness. He yearns for the moment for his skills to absolutely shake the world, and after getting introduced to this quite literally universe-shattering information, he's like, okay, I'm gonna start locking in for real. And finally, Yolenta. That's my final choice for how I'm going to pronounce the name for the rest of this video. A woman whose hard work allowed her to be the only female student in this astronomy institute. Only to get there and every single person in her class just throw up the fattest of middle fingers. Oh my god, it's a woman! Why is she in my class? I'm gonna have a heart attack! All these characters face some sort of beef with the world that they live in. Oxy has to adopt this very nihilistic perspective after experiencing some of the worst horrors of the world you can see. And I thought Exxon was bad. I thought I had to go through it just watching that. Bedeni is constantly seen as chaotic and radical by thirsting for truth and questioning the laws that are in place. And he is constantly punished for this hunger for knowledge. Yolenta literally wrote an entire book and her classroom was like, oh, you know, let me post it for you. I got you. Come on, homie. Let me just erase this part right here and I could put my name, Kobe. Yeah, I could write this. But despite this, every single character rapidly evolves throughout the series just by going after this one goal of this one theory that will get them all executed if they get found out. Every single character. Except for Bedeni. He needs a little bit of time. He'll get there. I see it. It's in the works. He's just not there yet. He's still Bedeni. Oxy doesn't have a clue where he's going to end up, but he takes steps every single day to improve. And eventually, he grows his dream to write a book. This is coming from the guy that I just told you cannot read or write. Yolenta relentlessly goes after her passion for astronomy, despite the entire world, including her father, just saying,
Get back in the kitchen!
even the dead kid. My bad. That was a little too much. Rest in peace. But even Raffle literally sacrificed everything that he thought that he wanted in life just to snowball the goal of what eventually became one of the biggest scientific revolutions of the world. And it's done in this very classy way where it's not being disrespectful to any religion. All these character motivations aren't to disprove religion or to disprove God. They're growing their faith in God and in their beliefs by going after what they deem to be the true way God has built the universe. Almost like they're building their faith by questioning it. But I highly suggest, just in case you haven't watched this series already, to watch Orb on the Movements of the Earth. Thank you guys again for watching this video, guys and gals. I hope you guys have a great day. These were my blank thoughts.